Alright, this is a video tutorial of the Directory S theme from WordPress. Alright, so basically what I want to do here is run you through what this website is and give you the basic overall components so that you can go ahead and be able to edit this website. This right here is your home page. Your home page is showing a slider, all right, and these sliders are composed of images that are a perfect size for this slider. We have created Photoshop files that you will be able to then go in and just edit those Photoshop files and insert images into it so that they are perfectly sized for this particular theme, and I'll show you exactly where to be able to do that. Right under that, you've got your upcoming events. Basically, this is showing blog posts, but blog posts that are tagged or categorized, sorry, as events. So anything categorized as an event is going to show up here. So if it's an upcoming event, awesome, cool. If the event has already passed, then you go into that blog post and you edit the blog post so that it's not an event anymore, and so it just won't appear here, right? So if someone clicks here to know more about Youth Quest, well, this is actually a blog post, so people can comment on it and share it and write it, and they can click here for more details. But if you don't want this to appear anymore on that home page, you actually have to edit the blog post, all right, so that on the side here it no longer you just uncheck events over here on the right, and then it'll just be uncategorized, right? So let's say you don't want to delete it from your site, but the event has passed, so you really don't want it to show up on your home page anymore. Then you would just uncheck that, update it, and it'll stay on your blog because maybe you want to reopen it next year. But it'll stay on your blog, or you could just delete it outright from your website. Alright, and then under the events tab, you've got these three sections here: Releaders, Churches, and Disciples. These are widgets. Alright, this widget right here is showing any blog post that is tagged as leaders. Any blog post tagged as churches will appear here, and any blog post tagged as disciples will appear here. And I think it's set to only show the latest 4 blog posts that are tagged leaders. So these are all blog posts here, and this contact us section is a widget also. And widgets are, if you're logged in to your WordPress, you'll actually see a top bar here, and you will go to widgets, and on widgets you will see footer widgets, and these footer widgets are right here. Okay. Alright, next I'll show you the About Us page. The About Us page is pretty simple and straightforward. You've got this sort of menu on the left hand side. Any of these will either lead to another website, or it'll change the info that shows right here. And to edit your churches here, you know, how many people, these are pretty much counters. So at the top you click Edit Page, and when you first get to editing a page on this theme, you're gonna see a lot of what looks like just a ton of code, right? And it's just very jumbled, and you can't really tell much about what it is. So there's this thing called Page Tamer, and it sort of tames down all that code, and it makes it look very organized and very cool. If you look at your page here, I'll just go ahead and bring up a window here of this page. The way your website is set up in stacks. one on top of the other. So this right here is like a stack, and then this is a stack area right here, and then another stack, and then another stack. So it's like pancakes stacked on each other, but then there's columns, right? Column 1, column 2, column 3. Here there's 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. So within the row there's a column, right? So how this plays out is that that first stack is right here, second stack here, and then the counters of the churches are right here. So when you click counters of the churches, you click on the first counter and you'll see churches 74. So if you get another church in there, you just put 75 and then you press save, and then all of a sudden this counter will now say 75, and then the part below it, mission, vision, and values, that's probably not changing, but if it does, you go in here to this content box and you change the mission to whatever it is, and then you just keep going on, and every single section is stacked on top of each other. You can add more stacks. I wouldn't recommend going and adding stuff, but on this About Us page, notice at the bottom we've got partners down here, right? And these are just logos of companies that you might have partnered with, whatever. However, whatever you want to show down there, you come here to partners, and you click this, and here's IPHC. If you don't want them in there, you delete it and you upload a different logo. But I do recommend that the logos stay black and white, and that they stay this size. Okay, so whoever's working on this needs to, and we sent a PSD file of the exact size, right? This is a particular size, and it's been black and white. Notice the size of it right there. That's the size of it that needs to be designed, so that they don't start to look different, because if you get any bigger, it's going to really mess up the sort of look and feel of what we've created down there. Moving on to, let's see, conference staff. So in the conference staff, right, there's these things, but some of them have picture coming soon, right? So this is something that we want to be able to update with someone's picture. So for example, Miss Bonnie Conrad would get her picture updated. You would click edit page, and once again you want to upload a picture that looks the same as the other ones, kind of, and has the same proportions. So we've created a PSD file for that as well. So persons is right here. You got person 1, person 2, 3, and 4. Bonnie was the second person on that list. So you click that, and picture coming soon is here, right? So you just delete and upload, and then you can change her name, her title, you know, whatever it is, and then where it links to, right? Because Bonnie would have her own page, maybe, maybe not. If you don't want Bonnie to have her own page with her profile, then you just delete this link and you click save, and that person won't be able to link out to anywhere. So you would go ahead and do that for every person so that you can update the conference staff page. And you would do the same thing for conference ministry directors. You know, anybody that's a director would kind of get their picture here, and you know, Alan and Lawana, whoever it is, right? But let's say you want to add people to this list that aren't there, right? Then let's say on that third one you wanted to add that second column, you wanted to add a third person to it. Well, here's the first column of the first row of persons. The second row of persons would be here, and you would then just add another person. You click add child, and boom, it would add another person there. So then 3 people would appear there. Alright, so this is the cool component of the site that has all of the churches. So let's say a church needs to get edited at all, or even added. On your back end, it's called sites. It's the third thing down, sites. So if you click sites, you'll see all of your sites, right? The church sites. and you go into Thrive Church and you just click edit, and you can edit what conference or what district they're part of. Right here, make sure you put their district, you check off their district here and in here. If you need to add, for example, like it's a Spanish church, just go ahead and add a new category, right, and put Spanish church, and then check that off. So whatever someone wants to search by, they can search by it. And then if that's not Thrive Church, right, remove that image and put an image of Thrive Church there. Here, the map positioning, you put the address and just use this application. You click here, use that application and put the address in, and it's going to give you the coordinates so that it drops the pin right exactly where you need it to be dropped. And any information about the church is in the text area right here. So you can go ahead and edit, you know, the whatever text it is that you want for Thrive Church. And to add a new church, you just click Add New, and you just add it there. If you guys get a new district for some odd reason, you just add a site location, add a new district there, or categories, for example, Spanish churches or African churches, whatever, you just add a category here, and then make sure you just check it off right here in one of the categories. Your events page is showing any blog post that's tagged event. Okay, so make sure that if you don't want those events to appear here anymore, then you have to uncheck them so that they don't appear on your events page. Your blog, so your blog is very much image based, right? If you don't put a cool image, so for example, this last blog post called My One Word, if a featured image is not used, it will automatically by default put this featured image just so that it could make it look good. In this case, this small image wouldn't work. You have to get an image that's this size exactly. If not, it's going to distort and blur it like crazy and it will not look good. So whenever you're writing a blog post, if you're going to put an image to represent that blog post, it's got to be this big, and we've created PSD files for you to be able to use as defaults. Now these, so I just wanted to show you kind of like on the downloads page, right? There's different downloads, this workshop descriptions and speaker bios. This call to action with this text right here needs to get edited. All these areas right here with these buttons here and these tabs right here, and then these download buttons here that kind of look cool like toggles, they're all short codes. And there's a separate video under the Directory S tutorials called using shortcodes, and I'll show you that here. And so this is provided by the theme, right? And so using shortcodes is a video that you would watch, and you could even watch a page, creating a page from scratch. That would be a very good tutorial to watch so that you see how pages are created on using this this theme. Finally, the Contact Us page, it has a map, it has a form, and these you can edit as well just by clicking the edit page at the top. These right here on the side, latest blogs, these are all sidebars that are controlled by widgets, and there are tutorials on YouTube to find out how to edit images. So this is the overview of the Directory S theme used for Redemption Ministries.